So this is the sort of problem I'm having with these fuel rails. As you can see, they're all sitting in. As you can see, that bolt hole lines up. The rails are all, it's pushed down as far as it can be, right? That's all I've done is push it down. Oh, sorry, shaky cam right here. They all move freely. They all move freely. Look, one finger, easily, freely. Down to this one, easily, freely. Okay, problem, this bolt hole does not line up. As you can see, it's a little hollowed out because I had to grind it, but to get it to line up, I have to do this, right? Now the problem with this is it moves like this, as you can see. To get it to line up right here, as you can see, entire fuel rail has to move. The problem with this is when I bolt it down like this, and I have hollowed it out a little bit so it doesn't have to move so much, I'm going to continue actually hollowing it out a little bit more right here, is this fuel injector, as you could probably tell, as you can see right here, it's wet, okay? It's wet because of fuel. And you can see there's a little bit down in there, right? It's wet around here because there's fuel leaking out. You can still see a little bit right there. I blew a little bit off with the air hose, but and that is not from me pulling the lines off right here. That is from it leaking when the car is running. When the car is not running, there's actually no issue. So I can jump over there. I have in those lines right there, I have an Aeromotive fuel pump wiring harness. So I just pop the relay out and hardwire it to kick this on. And when this is all installed and the engine's not on, no problem. It runs around like 40 PSI and it has no issue and it's not leaking. But obviously when the engine's running, there's a little bit of vibration because, V8 and all. And because I have to push fuel rail a little bit like that, it cocks this injector just the tiniest bit. So it leaks right under there. Right up here is where it leaks and it leaks down. You can tell because the entire injector gets all wet. The entire injector from all the way up here, all the way down, gets all wet. And so that's why I know where it's coming from. Now people would be saying, okay, well, why don't you replace the O-rings? And the thing is, these injectors are brand new, okay? Like brand fucking new. The FIC 775 CCs, these are brand new, flow match, blah, 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 blah. Okay, these things have like maybe 50 miles on them. And they have only 50 miles on them because, I take this thing out for a drive. I to check to line this up. All right, check if it's leaking. Oh, yep, I've been driving for 10 minutes, couple miles, and oh yeah, it's fucking leaking right here again. So I pull this back off. I try to adjust it. I've hollowed these out a little bit, and it keeps fucking leaking. I don't want to necessarily. You can see who makes these fucking rails right here, but I don't want to necessarily say that it's their fault or anything. I feel I'm doing everything correctly. And these people have been nice enough, Aeromotive, to actually send me a second set of rails because I told them, yeah, the first one's leaked. And I think it was because in the fuel rail, I thought it was because there's a lip in there where the injector, when you push it in, it's supposed to stop so it doesn't go all the way into the fucking rail in here where all the fuel is. But it turns out this thing still leaks, and I guess it's because of the alignment right here. So the other side, even though I have it pulled off right now, zero issue with it leaking. Driver side, no problem. Passenger side, been nothing but a fucking bitch. So yeah, I'm not. These guys have been very kind, and they've been trying to help me. And I talked to them on the phone; they're very helpful. But I guess I don't know if there's something up with my sort of intake manifold that I've had to do this. I've looked online. I haven't seen anyone having to do this. I talked to them. They said they haven't had this issue. But I'm just gonna hollow this out a little bit so that way I don't have to do this. And see, I have to tilt it just the tiniest bit, and then it tilts that injector, which causes it to leak. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna see if it stops leaking. I think these guys make a nice product. They've been very helpful, very, very helpful. But yeah, unfortunately it does just leak on that one cylinder, which is stopping me from really driving the car much. But I hope to hollow it out here in a little bit and post an update to see if it stops leaking.